I used to wonder why some people in the 1800s liked to watch things crash into other things. Then I remembered when my cousin Carl accidentally rode his bike into a large mural of a sunset. It made me realize there's an entertaining aspect to watching things crash into other things. It's Russ Woody again with my amazing traveling bookshelf, whether you like it or not, and I'm here with another vital historical fact. In the 1890s, railroads were phasing out their 30-ton steam engines for the newer 60-ton units. So a guy named Bill Crush, who worked for the Missouri, Kansas, and Texas Railroad Company, came up with an idea to make money for the railroad. Take two of those old trains and have them crash into each other. In September of 1896, then, the railroad built a small town in the middle of Texas, the middle of nowhere, and named it Crush. The event was free, but you had to buy a train ticket to get there, and more than 40,000 people did so. After everything was checked to make sure all safety standards had been met, the two trains were backed up a mile each. Engineers then started the locomotives, got them rolling, locked off the throttles, and jumped off the trains. When the two trains met, the crash was spectacular. On the downside, the boilers on both trains exploded, sending hot chunks of metal and debris and train parts flying out into the crowd. 3 were killed, dozens were seriously injured. One man who was sitting in a tree was killed by a heavy hook that caught him in between the eyes and split his skull. Hang on, I've got a picture here. No, I don't. That was a joke, and it may be too soon for that. Another man standing between two women was struck and killed by a flying fragment while neither of the women was hurt. Apparently, it was reported that one woman then turned to the other and said, "Hey, where did Walter go?" No, she didn't really say that. No, it's another joke. A third person's last words were, "Will you look at that, a flying train wheel?" Didn't say that either. The town of Crush was quickly torn down the next day, and Crush the man was fired. But he was soon rehired because he convinced his bosses that it wasn't his fault and that he could spin the whole event into a public relations piece about railroad safety. So I'm thinking this is a guy who could sell a ship anchor to Jack Dawson.